Rolling Stones drummer, Charlie Watts, died on Wednesday in London at age 80, but despite his rock star status, Watts is said to have harbored one regret about his life in the limelight. "The one regret I have of this life is that I was never home enough," Watts once said about his wife of nearly 60 years, Shirley Sheph3rd, according to Vulture. "But she always says when I come off tour that I am a nightmare and tells me to go back out." The couple shared a daughter, Serafina, along with a granddaughter named Charlotte, and their love story is one worthy of its own Hollywood production. Watts said in his book, according to the Rolling Stones, that he initially was drawn to Sheph3rd in the early 1960s when they crossed paths as Watts was rehearsing with Alexis Kerner's band. Two of the guys in the band, the piano player Keith Scott and Andy Hugenboom, the bass player, were from Hornsey Art School, which is where Shirley was studying, and she came down with Andy and his wife, Watts explained, per People magazine. Watts and Sheph3rd were married 4 years later, and she began accompanying Watts on the road according to Chrissy Shrimpton, a former girlfriend of Mick Jagger, who was an editor on Watts' autobiography. The firm rule was always no girls on tour, but Shirley would nearly always go because Charlie simply refused to get up or wash if she didn't, Shrimpton claimed in the Philip Norman biography of Mick Jagger. In Watts' own account of Sheph3rd's life and times traveling with the band, he wrote that she was an even bigger fan of the Rolling Stones than he ever was, adding that she often played their records while he typically refrained from doing so. "My wife and daughter may come out on tour, but Shirley's always had other things outside of this band," he wrote in according to the Rolling Stones, per People. "She's a great fan of the Stones, though. I am not, it's what I do. Mick and Keith and Ronnie are my friends and the band is a very good one, but that's it. But Shirley actually plays our records. I don't." He lauded the support he received from Sheph3rd in a 1996 interview with Rolling Stone, telling the publication that while he always wanted to be a drummer, he would only do so for a living, as long as it's comfortable with my wife.